You're watching Headlines Now and welcome back. If you have visited Poets Garden recently, particularly the road that leads to Veda Nilayam, the residence of J. Jayalalitha, Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, you would have noticed the huge cutouts, banners and wall posters on her. Did you know that this space has become the most prized for advertisements, particularly for the AIADMK? There is utmost rivalry among smaller groups within the AIADMK to fill the space with posters. Because apparently, Amma takes a close look at these posters when she heads to work at Fort St. George.
Fighting for space on the wall that leads to Amma's home. That's exactly what many party workers of the AIADMK do by 9 p.m. every night. A new way to catch the chief's attention is by putting up innovative posters on the latest schemes announced by her. The competition is so much that posters are changed virtually every single day.
எப்பப்போ அவங்க நல்ல திட்டங்களை அறிவிக்கிறாங்களோ அப்பப்போலாம் நாங்கள் போஸ்டர் போட்டு ஓட்டுறது எங்களோட வழக்கம். அம்மா அவங்க மேலே ஒட்டி போயிட்டாங்க, நான் ஓட்டணும் எங்கள் மேலே அவங்க ஒட்டிடுவாங்க, நாங்கள் ஓட்டணும் அவங்க மேலே ஒட்டிட்டு போயிடும், அதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் இல்லை.
Jayalalitha's profile pictures, smiling, handing over gifts to children are often seen. Catchy words are put up to draw attention to. Those who do not get to meet her manage to connect with her through the posters because their belief is that she pauses to notice.
நல்ல திட்டங்கள்லாம் வரும்போது கண்டிப்பாக அவங்க பார்வைக்கு போகணுன்றதுக்காக போயஸ் கார்டனில் வெட்டுறோம். ரெண்டாவது தலைமை அலுவலகத்தில் கட்சி ஆஃபீஸாண்ட வெட்டுறோம். அவங்க பார்வைக்கு தெரிகிற மாதிரி எல்லா இடத்துலையும் நாங்கள் விளம்பர போஸ்ட் வெட்டின்னு இருக்கிறோம் சார். மேலும் அம்மாவை சந்தித்து அவங்களுக்கு நேரடியாக வாழ்த்து சொல்லணும்னு எங்களுக்கு ஆசையாக இருக்குது.
இந்த பேனர் வைக்கிறது வந்து நான் கடையில் தொண்டனாக இருக்கிற முதல்ல இந்த பழக்கத்தை பண்ணுறேன். அம்மா பார்வையில் பட்டு தான் இன்றைக்கி இந்த கவுன்சிலர்ன்ற பதவி, அதுவும் அம்மா தொகுதியில் நான் கவுன்சிலர்ன்றது வந்து அம்மாவின் கடைக்கன் பார்வையில் பட்டு தான் இன்றைக்கி நான் அதை வந்திருக்கேன். அந்த பதவி நேரடி சொல்ல முடியலனாலும் என்னுடைய பேனர் மூலியமானாச்சும் எனக்கு அம்மாவை பார்க்கணுன்ற எனக்கு ஆசை. அந்த வாய்ப்பு என்னைக்கு கிடைக்கும்னு தெரியாது.
The cost of many such posters run into several thousands of rupees, which cutouts like these cost even more. Perhaps to wait a bit longer and meet the party supremo with a bouquet of flowers would cost less. In Chennai with Manikandan, this is Anu George Kanjanathoppil for NDTV Hindu.
Indian scientists have for the first time coaxed ordinary cells to behave like cells of the heart muscle. Stem cell research is making big inroads in India, and experts at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, have been able to recreate the way muscles of the heart behave. This research has great potential and could well be the solution to offer spare human organs being available on demand, literally off the shelf. NDTV science editor Pallava Bagla has more.
These are no ordinary cells, beating rhythmically like a heart. These cells have been artificially made to believe that they are muscles of the heart of a mouse. So what do? They beat at a regular rate as if they are pumping blood, doing it continuously forever. Scientists at the Stem Cell Laboratory in Bangalore have spent 7 years and 70 lakhs to understand the mysteries of this complex life phenomena. And now they can replicate these at will.
And by understanding this, we should be able to have implications in how this could be utilized effectively in a clinical setting.
This team of scientists, for ethical reasons, can't work on human cells, so they work on a mouse model. From living mice, they take out adult cells, culture them in artificial conditions, then using chemicals, trigger them to behave like heart muscles or even brain cells. In the test tube, the cells mimic the basic functioning of the organ, but the scientists have not been able to recreate full organs just yet. The excitement is immense as the therapeutic promise is mind-boggling. The research has huge potential since in the future it could pave the way for human stem cells being used to make spare kidneys, spare heart, or even a brain, or more simply used to repair tissues damaged, say in a massive heart attack.
Cutting-edge research in India. These cells are mimicking how the heart cells of a mouse behave, beating rhythmically exactly the way the heart functions. But these are not hearts. India will peer into the future, and sometime soon there could well be artificial hearts made from cells like this. But that could be many decades away. In Bangalore, with camera person Kumar, Pallav Bagla for NDTV.
That's very interesting and promising a news. Anna Hazare is all set for his protest fast tomorrow as Parliament reconvenes to debate the Lokpal bill. Anna Hazare has left for Mumbai from his home in Raleigh Siddi. Preparations are on in full swing at the MMRDA grounds in Mumbai, where Anna will undertake that 3-day fast beginning tomorrow. Large crowds are expected to gather there. Ahead of leaving for Mumbai, Anna Hazare hit out at the government and said that the government is not keen to see a corruption-free India.
कांग्रेस वालों को लगता है कि हमारे विरोध में ये आंदोलन हो रहा है, तो बताइए 25 साल में हम कब आपके विरोध में आंदोलन किया? एक बार, 2 बार, 3 बार, बार बार कहने पर भी करप्शन के ऊपर कठोर कानून नहीं बनाते, मजबूरन ये आंदोलन करना पड़ रहा है। सत्ता से पैसा और पैसा से सत्ता, इसमें मशगूल हो गए लोग।
Look at Anna's health. Even 3 days is not safe. And when Anna is running a viral fever, we don't want it. I'm so glad that Anna didn't announce indefinite. Otherwise, he would have sat indefinitely.
What is the objective and how much would the participation matter?
This is all about mass awareness. आम आदमी के पास वोट लेने जाते हो, लेकिन जब आम आदमी आपको बुलाता है, तब आप नहीं आते। तो आप मर्जी से अपनी जगह जाते हो, अपनी जगह बना के पूरे सिक्योरिटी के अरेंजमेंट लगा के जहां आम आदमी आपसे कोई प्रश्न ही ना पूछ सके।
If the parliament passes this weak bill, as you say, then what happens?
Then our massive agitation has to continue because this will be a big dhokha on the people of this country.
Pranab Mukherjee said in Kolkata that the government is aware of the issues raised by Team Anna, but the final shape of the contentious anti-graft legislation would be decided by the parliament. Veerappa Moily echoed the same remarks.
We had several rounds of discussions with Sri Anna Hazare and his team. We know their viewpoints, but it is for the parliament to decide what would be the final shape of the legislations. We have brought the legislations for the considerations of the House. Let us see. I cannot make any premature comment what would happen, how the members of the parliament will respond to various provisions of the bill.
We have definitely made it more stronger, not only more stronger, I think it is more than 200%. The proposals have been incorporated. There is no reason. No, it is all right. It's an argumentative India. Ultimately, it has come now to the parliament. The parliament wisdom will definitely agree with this bill. Of course, there will be argument. That is why we have fixed 3 days' time.
With all of Melbourne's cricket following fanatics flocking to the ground, Day 1 of Boxing Day test was more than just a fire starter. The details in a bit.